Hi first grade, how are you? It's me, Miss Andrea. I hope you haven't forgotten me. Long time no see, right? Well, I do want to tell you that I miss you guys so much, but I have seen the amazing things that you all are doing. And let me just tell you, wow. You guys, I am so proud of you. You have really stepped up to the challenge of learning from home, and you are doing an amazing job. Great job, friends. I am so proud. So, Miss Heidi asked if I would pop in and share with you one of my favorite books. Well, for those of you who know me, I am from Maine. I was born in Maine. All my family's Maine and New Hampshire. Yes, my dad was in the Coast Guard, so I lived up and down the East Coast, but spent a lot of time in New England, and I just love it up there. I will say I'm okay without all the winters because, I like the summertime, I like the warm weather, but it is beautiful up there. So my all-time favorite author is Robert McCloskey, and he writes books. A lot of his books are based on places in New England and just different things. And so my all-time favorite book is Blueberries for Sal. And you can see little girl, and she's in a bunch of blueberry bushes and stuff. And you can see there's not a second name, so he's the illustrator as well. So I just absolutely love this book because it just reminds me of Maine and just brings back such great memories. And even though I'm in Virginia, it makes me feel like I'm up there, and it's gorgeous, right? So I also really like this story about blueberries because in the summertime, when I was younger, I used to go up to Maine and stay with my grandparents, and I had a job, and that job was to help harvest the blueberries, and we would call it raking blueberries. So I wanted to show you this blueberry rake that I have. So you can see it looks like this, right? And so you hold the handle here and you scoop along the bushes like this, and the teeth slide over the bush, and then as you pull up, all the berries pop off and they come in, and they usually hang out in this part of the tray, and then you dump them in a bucket. Okay, and then you take them back to the withering machine and you pour it in, and the berries drop and the wind blows away like the leaves and stuff, and they fill up the box, and you get paid per box of blueberries that you harvest, excuse me, not that make. And that was my job in the summer times and how I made money. And I loved it. So much fun. And I also wanted to show you what my mom got me for my birthday. This is so cool. They're a little dirty, I apologize. She got me blueberry flip-flops. How cool are these? So much fun. So anyway, that's a lot of random information for you guys about some blueberries and me, but I love blueberries. They are definitely my all-time favorite fruit, and you can have them in so many things. Blueberry muffins, blueberry pancakes, blueberry pie, blueberry buckle, blueberry bars. Just eating them, just as they are, blueberries. They're so good. They're like a brain food too. They're supposed to be good for your memory, they say. But anyway, so I want to share with you Blueberries for Sal. Let's see, how can I show you? Let's show you the picture. So it says, I'm just gonna slide my chair over, friends. I decided to sit outside since it's so gorgeous. The sun is out. I love it. I love to be outside. So, yeah. One day, little Sal went with her mother to Blueberry Hill to pick blueberries. Little Sal brought along her small tin pail, and her mother brought her large tin pail to put berries in. "We will take our berries home and can them," said her mother. "Then we will have food for the winter." So a lot of times back then, and actually where my grandmother still lives, the grocery stores are really far away, and they're out near the woods. So a lot of times they can their food in the summertime and store it, and it keeps good so they can have it in the wintertime, because sometimes it can be hard to get out in the harsh snow. So let's see. So they're going to pick blueberries, right? She and her mom, little Sal. Little Sal picked 3 berries and dropped them in her little tin pail. Kaplink, kaplank, kaplunk. She picked 3 more berries and ate them. Then she picked more berries and dropped 1 in the pail, kaplunk, and the rest she ate. Then little Sal ate all 4 blueberries out of her pail. Did you see this word that I said? Kaplunk and the kaplink, kaplink, kaplunk. You want to know something about that? Those are sound words, and they have a really fancy name called onomatopoeia. I love to say that. Say that with me. Onomatopoeia. That's a fun word, isn't it? Yeah, Okay, so anyway, sorry. Sidebar, teacher moment. Her mother walked slowly through the bushes, picking blueberries as she went and putting them in her pail. Hold on, I'm going to read that again. I had a goof. Her mother walked slowly through the bushes, picking blueberries as she went and putting them in her pail. Little Sal struggled along behind, picking blueberries and eating every single one. So there you can see, there's her mom going up the hill picking the blueberries, and little Sal. And little Sal's doing probably what I would like to do, eat the blueberries. Little Sal hurried ahead and dropped a blueberry in her mother's pail. It didn't sound kaplink because the bottom of the pail was already covered with berries. She reached down inside to get her berry back. Though she really didn't mean to, she pulled out a large handful because there were so many blueberries right up close to the one she had put in. There she is. Her mother stopped picking and said, "Now, Sal, you run along and pick your own berries. Mother wants to take her berries home and can them for next winter." Her mother went back to her picking, but little Sal, because her feet were tired of standing and walking, sat down in the middle of a large clump of bushes and ate blueberries. On the other side of Blueberry Hill, Little Bear came with his mother to eat blueberries. "Little Bear," she said, "eat lots of berries and grow big and fat. We must store up food for the long, cold winter." Because what do bears do in the wintertime? That's right, they hibernate. Little Bear followed behind his mother as she walked slowly through the bushes eating berries. Little Bear stopped now and then to eat berries. Then he had to hustle to catch up. Here he is hustling along. Because his feet were tired of hustling, he picked out a large clump of bushes and sat down right in the middle and ate blueberries. Over on the other side of the hill, Little Sal sat. Little Sal ate all of the berries she could reach from where she was sitting. Then she started out to find her mother. She heard a noise from around a rock and thought, "That is my mother walking along." But it was a mother crow and her children, and they stopped eating berries and flew away saying, "Caw, caw, caw." Then she heard another noise in the bushes and thought, "That is surely my mother, and I will go that way." So there she is, and there's the crows. But it was Little Bear's mother instead. She was tramping along, eating berries and thinking about storing up food for the winter. Little Sal tramped right along behind. By this time, Little Bear had eaten all the berries he could reach without moving from his clump of bushes. Then he hustled off to catch up with his mother. He hunted and hunted, but his mother was nowhere to be seen. He heard a noise from over a stump and thought, "That is my mother walking along." Do you think it's going to be his mother? Let's see. But it was a mother partridge and her children. They stopped eating berries and hurried away. Then he heard a noise in the bushes and thought, "That is surely my mother. I will hustle that way." But it was Little Sal's mother instead. She was walking along, picking berries and thinking about canning them for next winter. Little Bear hustled right along behind. Little Bear and Little Sal's mother, and Little Sal and Little Bear's mother were all mixed up with each other among the blueberries on Blueberry Hill. So there's Little Bear and Little Sal's mother, and then, can you see? Little Bear's mom and Sal. Little Bear's mother heard Sal walking along behind and thought it was Little Bear, and she said, "Little Bear, munch, munch, eat all you can possibly hold, swallow." Little Sal said nothing. She picked 3 berries and dropped them, kaplink, kaplink, kaplunk, in her small tin pail. She's eating. Little Bear's mother turned around to see what on earth could make a noise like kaplunk. "Oh!" she cried, choking on a mouthful of berries. "This is not my child. Where is Little Bear?" She took one good look and backed away. She was old enough to be shy of people, even a very small person like Sal. Then she turned around and walked off very fast to hunt for Little Bear. Look at the Little Bear's mom's face. She's like, "What?" Little Sal's mother heard Little Bear tramping along behind and thought it was Little Sal. She kept right on picking and thinking about canning blueberries for next winter. Little Bear padded up and peeked into her pail. Of course, he only wanted to taste a few of what was inside, but there were so many and they were so close together that he tasted a tremendous mouthful by mistake. "Now, Sal," said Little Sal's mother without turning around, "you run along and pick your own berries. Mother wants to can these for next winter." Little Bear tasted another tremendous mouthful and almost spilled the entire pail of blueberries. Little Sal's mother turned around and gasped, "My goodness, you are not Little Sal. Where is my child?" Little Bear just sat munching and swallowing and licking his lips. Little Sal's mother slowly backed away. She was old enough to be shy of bears, even very small bears like Little Bear. Then she turned and walked away quickly to look for Little Sal. She hadn't gone very far before she heard a kaplink, kaplink, kaplunk. She knew just what made that kind of noise. Little Bear's mother had not hunted very long before she heard a hustling sound that stopped now and then to munch and swallow. She knew just what made that kind of noise. Little Bear and his mother went home down on one side of Blueberry Hill, eating blueberries all the way and full of food stored up for next winter. And Little Sal and her mother went down the other side of Blueberry Hill, picking berries all the way, and drove home with food to can for next winter. A whole pail of blueberries and 3 more besides. So there's Little Bear and his mother, and Little Sal and her mother. The end. And here you can see this picture of their kitchen, probably a wood stove right there, and they're canning it for the winter. Well, I sure do hope you enjoyed the story. I enjoyed sharing it with you all. It was a lot of fun. I hope you're also taking time to enjoy the outdoors and just enjoy everything around you, taking in all the nature and stuff. And I would recommend, don't go see little bears for real like they did that close. It is a fiction story, which means that it's not real, right? Right. But you may, since I know you guys played a game called Blueberry Land that I made, now that you see this, you can kind of see where I based the game off of, right? Yeah, I made that math game to go kind of with this story, the blueberry theme, and Little Bear, because he does spill your pail of blueberries every now and then, yes? Yeah. All right, guys. Well, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I hope to see as many of you as I can on Friday. All right? Bye.